regarding change. I want to read you an excerpt from my book that's not out yet. But when it's time for a change, God always starts with a slight nudge. If we don't budge, his nudge becomes a shove. And while we might be paying attention and contemplating the idea, we aren't moving on it. And then he causes an event to happen to push or force us into action. It might make you mad or it can make you sad. The end result is it propels you to make a much needed change. At least that's how God works with me. I didn't want to leave Florida in 1995. I did not. I loved the Sunshine State, and I still do. But God started closing all my doors, and I knew, and I even interviewed with a firm in Birmingham because I'm like, I feel like he's closing my doors, but I'm like, not going to move yet, God. And then the doors started to slam closed, and I had no other option. And I said, okay, if I'm supposed to move home, then let the man I interviewed with in October call me, and this was February, and let me know that he's got work for me and I'll move. Phone rang. It was that man. He had the work. I hired a moving company, and I have been back in Alabama since 1995, and it's 2026. So God just started slamming the door shut. So if you're feeling a nudge and you're like, it's time to make a change, go ahead and start making the preparations, because, baby, it's coming. It is coming. And you will end up where you're supposed to be. There's always a reason why God does what he does. He closes doors, he opens doors. So just know that there's a work going on behind an invisible curtain, and it will work out for your best interest and benefit.